welcome back to episode 2 with Hey Sleepy Baby. Literally, as moms, we have like so much going on. And if you are trying to run your own business, you literally just don't get a break. So Rachel is going to get into how she balances life. And literally, even if you don't own a business, you need to listen because we all are trying to balance so much and we need the tips.
Hey mama, it is Celia from Bougie Mom Friends. If you are trying to find balance being an amazing mom while still trying to find time for you, you are in the right place. My co-host Cami and I are here to talk about all of the things from trusting your instinct with your kids to carving out space for self-care and even indulging in a little pop culture escape. It's all about real conversations with moms who get it because we're all about thriving, not just surviving. So take a breath, grab a drink, and join us, your Bougie Mom Friends.
So I kind of want to talk about another really important creation of yours, the Taylor Swift playlist.
My favorite. Yeah.
So how did that come to be?
So, okay. Well, I've been a Taylor fan since I was 16. Like literally her whole career, I've been a fan because I just loved country music. So when her first album came out, like I was hearing her on country radio. And so I've always loved her. And when I think it was maybe Folklore and Evermore came out, I believe, when I was pregnant and postpartum with my middle. And so I was listening to it a lot. I was listening to it in the car and she hated the car. She would scream her head off every time we had to go on a drive. And so I started playing it and I realized that she was falling asleep to the same couple of songs every single time. Her favorite was Willow.
Oh, interesting.
And so I was just noticing that. And so I had just started my page when she was a newborn. And so I don't even really know if I shared it like early on. But then one day somebody messaged me something and I don't know, somehow it came up and I started talking about it in my stories on Instagram. And, the Taylor haters always love to make themselves known. So I had lots of people like, ugh, I can't stand her music, whatever. And I'm like, you know what? That's fine. But why don't you try playing it for your baby? Because my baby falls asleep to this song every single time. So you can hate on her all you want, but just try it. And then I had so many messages of people saying, oh my gosh, same, like my baby loves this album too, or we love this song or things like that. And I was like, oh, this is actually a thing. Like I maybe thought it was just me and it might work for a few other people, but I was getting like hundreds of messages. And I didn't really do anything with it at that point. I was just kind of like, oh, that was cool. That was like fun to talk about. And it just kept coming up where people would message me like, oh, I decided to try it. I saw you talking about it and it actually really worked. Can you make it a playlist? Or like, I'm not a Taylor fan. Which songs, like which albums? I don't know what to play. Please just tell me. And so I didn't even really want to do this, but I eventually just was like, okay, fine. I'll make it a Spotify playlist. And it now has like 80 something thousand saves. Yeah. And there are like rip-offs of it. Like Someone messaged me the other day like, oh, I was listening to like the bootleg version this whole time. I just found yours. I was actually at a party over the weekend and a friend, I don't see her very often. She's like, a friend of a friend. And she's like, oh, she just had her first baby. He's like 4 months old. She's like, oh, my brother sent me this playlist and said that he heard her brother doesn't even have kids. She's like, oh, he just saw this playlist on TikTok and sent it to me to try with the baby because he was having a horrible witching hour every night. And I'm like, how did your brother? He doesn't even have kids. Anyways, so she's like, I opened this playlist and it was yours. And she's like, I tried it and it is magic. She said, I have not had witching hour since. Like we play it every single day. They don't even like Taylor Swift's music, but they're like, we bow down to her now. So it just kind of snowballed from there. And it's gone viral on TikTok a couple of times. So there's always like a huge influx of people that will go download it when that happens. But so far, to my knowledge, Taylor has not acknowledged it, which is my
I was
next
gonna
goal
say, she
to
should
get
make,
her to see it.
She needs to make like an album, lullabies.
She's the only artist that literally captures like boomers all the way to infants. Like
Literally.
she
spans
like,
generations.
Goodness gracious.
I know. It's so
That's funny.
it's so funny. But yeah, it really does work. Like I said before, there's no one thing that works for everybody. So I will get people sometimes that will message me like, I really wanted this to work, but my baby is not into it. Like they don't fall asleep to it. They just want to dance or whatever it is. And I'm like, I'm sorry, like it's worth a try. But yeah.
Right, for sure.
It's fun.
I'm gonna start to play Willow when he falls asleep. Do you ever see that Big Bang Theory episode where he tricks Penny by giving her chocolate?
No.
Almost like an animal.
Oh my God, like trains her.
But he basically he trains her with chocolate. I'm going to play Willow when he goes to bed, but then slowly move the music to his bed. And maybe he'll just
he'll like follow it, and it's like he'll sleepwalk there
and be like, "Oh, my song's
but
on."
that's actually the perfect example, though, of like I weaned my daughter with this playlist essentially because I started playing it while I was nursing her. So that became like a really strong sleep association for her. She knew that we were going to play it every night at bedtime. And then once I wanted to not breastfeed her anymore, I would just rock her and play it. And then eventually we would lay down in her bed and I would just lay next to her and we would play it. And now like I don't need to lay with her at all. So it's like the perfect anchor, I guess. And you can use it with anything. Like it doesn't have to be Taylor Swift, but it's like I was talking about sleep associations before. It's a really great sleep association to use for that. So yeah, you could start using it in your bed. And then eventually when you're ready to move him into his own bed or his own room, you play it in there. And then that way it's super familiar.
Love that.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing.
Yeah.
See, like, I feel like it all comes back. Like, we are great moms, right? Like, we are not too far off the spectrum of being exactly who and what and when, everything that we need to be, summing it up. Do you ever get sick and tired of talking about sleep training and sleeping though? Like when we were coming on the podcast, I'm like, man, to know that that's like what everyone comes to talk to you about. Do you ever have those days where you're just like, no, I want to just no.
Yeah, I do.
Can you disconnect ever? Or
sometimes, honestly, I started my podcast. No one told us for this reason. It was very selfish. I started it because I was like, I need to be able to talk about other stuff sometimes. And so that's kind of like my outlet where I get to talk about other topics and I get to have other people talk for me. Like I'm interviewing them, so they get to do all the work and I'm getting to discuss something besides sleep. So yeah. And I also, I don't know if this is good or bad. I don't know if it's helped my growth or hurts my growth. I don't know if it's professional or not, but I also just talk about like whatever I want on my Instagram stories. I'll talk about what I'm cooking, like reality shows that I'm loving, TikTok trends, general parenting stuff that we're all just dealing with. So in that way, I also feel like I can go beyond sleep and I don't have to just strictly talk about sleep all the time. And again, I don't know if that's a good social media strategy or not, but I can't come on and just be like, hey, today we're going to talk about crib tips. Here are 5 tips. Okay, bye. See you tomorrow. Like I just can't, I can't do that. It's too boring. And it's fun because now I have people who've been following me since they had babies, right? And maybe their kid now is like 3 or 4 and they don't need sleep help anymore, but they're like, I still just like following you to like see what's up. So I think it's more fun to just like show yourself as a whole person on social media and not, even though it's a business account, like it really is me. So that's how I kind of keep it fresh and fun. Yeah.
Everyone should sign up for her newsletter because you share some bomb recipes.
Yeah,
I've gotten some really good ones from you, by the way.
I try. I love to cook and I love trying new recipes. So yeah, every week we share a recipe and I usually share like some links and stuff that I am loving, like whether it's, clothes or some Amazon gadget for my house or something. And yeah, it's a good little roundup. I haven't told anybody this yet, but I can tell you guys. I'm actually going to be moving my newsletter to Substack like this month. So if people have Substack, it'll be basically going into your inbox the same way, but I'm going to be doing extra newsletters and like more roundups.
That's exciting.
That's exciting.
Yeah, things like that. So I think it'll be really fun.
Cool.
I don't know if you guys get any Substacks currently, but I have been obsessed with them over the last few months. So yeah, they're fun. It's just like a cool,
No, to check
it's
it
a
out.
cool platform where you're not relying on like an algorithm, and there's no, I don't know, there's not a lot of that like toxicity that can exist on social media. So I feel like it's kind of like a nice place to get your information and to spend your time if anybody's looking for something like that.